So, guys, welcome to this class. It's very beautiful. The class itself is called, where is it? It's called Content Management Systems, CMSs. You will be surprised that there are so many CMSs out here, okay, that you didn't know about. So, who am I? My name is Siloma. I run Bright Consulting, and I've realized that a lot of young people are struggling with, you know, one, making money through tech and through the skills that they have. They don't know how to price, they don't know how to charge, and most of them they don't have the skill. So you find you don't know how to price, you don't know how to package yourself, and the skill is lacking. So that's a disaster. So I've been getting a lot of emails on my company email asking for attachment. Others are willing to work for free. Very, very, very good guy. Very talented. You look at their portfolio, they're like, wow, this is something. So I decided, you know what, I can dedicate some time to train people on, you know, something called no-code design. Now, and they can make money from it. So we have another class. It's called Entrepreneurship for Creatives. You go listen to it. It will teach you a lot on packaging yourself and actually how to sell and how to create your portfolio and all those things. So my mission is to create 1,000 successful businesses, okay, through my training. So if I want to create 1,000 successful businesses, it means that I have to train over 100,000 young people. So this is why I urge you to share it in your groups, share it in your circles, that people who cannot afford university or college can get quality uh, education that can help them know the industry. And this is not just theory. I run a business in tech, and that's why I do these classes. So share it widely. You'll have the group WhatsApp with the WhatsApp link. It will be there. So you can access these courses pre-recorded through brightacademy.com. I do all this work, do the editing, and actually put it there. So you can access it. I'm thinking of doing a certificate of, completion once you've done the online version of it, such that at least you have a small sum. Most of you are asking for certificates, so you'll get it there. So which you can always have it offline at any given time. So Bright Academy is simply a knowledge hub by Bright Consulting Limited. We offer completely free training, okay, to creative and give them business insights so that you guys can grow your skills and businesses. So we have one result that they say nobody should die with the talents and skills they have. You are given them freely, and freely should you pass them on. So whatever that you learn here, and you're in a position to help someone else, please go teach them. Don't die with your talent. Don't think that this person will overtake you. If I thought so, all of you will not be in this class. So, a little about Bright Consulting. We are an award-winning leading design company. We're known for web development, digital branding, graphics design, UI UX, landmark digital marketing services. Okay, that's our logo. So that's what I say. You have an innate power to achieve anything you want in life. You can and you will. To never limit the you that you haven't explored. So most people start businesses with a failed mindset. Most people, come to these classes with a failed mindset. Please don't do that. The first thing to work on is the mindset. So it's right about time we dive in. And we start with the origin of web design. Where did web design come from? It originated in the 90s with the advent of the World Wide Web, WWW. So initially, websites were simple and text-based. It was just text, okay? Very simple. There hakukuwa na graphics, there were no graphics, there were no nothing. It was just code, a programming language, you might say, or for the sake of senior backend engineers here, let us call it a markup language called the hypertext markup language. That's now what we call HTML. Yeah. So as it gained popularity, there was a very high demand for visually appealing and user-friendly design, and now it leads to the emergence of web design as a discipline. So because now there's an emergence of web design as a discipline, something came up called CSS. I know most of you have had CSS, but you don't know what CSS means. So CSS means cascading style sheets. So this is another language, okay, using it for the layman, that is used to style the website. Websites before they were never beautiful, okay, and you could only use it on, let's say, the desktop or the laptop. But now we needed to make this website visible on a phone, okay. So we had to come up with a language called CSS, okay, so that we can make the layouts fit to different devices, okay. So CSS allowed for consistent styles and layouts, leading to more sophisticated designs as technology advanced. So web design evolved to incorporate elements like typography, color theory. Typography is just for and multimedia. Okay, so today the design focuses on creating intuitive, accessible websites that you know have a good user experience, something we call UX. You might meet people who are called UX researchers or people who do something called UX design. That's what we call a UX experience, user experience, that is. So user experience is basically, is this button, when I click it, does it take me to where it's supposed to take me? Okay. If I use this website, was it harder or was it easier? Now that's an experience that you're having on a website. So with the rise of mobile devices and responsive design, websites are designed to adapt to different screen sizes, and it continues to evolve. Now we have something called Web 3.0. Okay, so it incorporates new technologies. Before we didn't have CMSs. Today we have them, and nobody is really doing websites from scratch, because there are templates out there that you can incorporate and integrate whatever you want to integrate. So what are content management systems? So a CMS is a software application or a platform that allows users to create, manage, and publish digital content on the web. Okay? It provides a user-friendly interface and a set of tools that facilitate the creation and organization of content without requiring extensive technical knowledge or coding skills. Now, this forms the basis of this whole course because you are learning how to do a website without writing a single line of code. So it means that even if you're an electrical engineer, even if you're a plumber, even if you're a civil engineer, even if you sew clothes, you can actually do web design as a side hustle. Okay, because you don't really need to know how to code. Before websites were being hard coded, okay, they are still hard coded. So I will write my HTML code. Okay, I'll write my CSS. Okay, style sheet. I'll style my website. After I've styled, if there are any interactivity things, like let's say if I click this button, it's supposed to update a file in the database. I will write my JavaScript code. So websites are made of three it's called programming languages. So we have HTML, we have CSS, and we have JavaScript. So before you will do all that separately. But now with the advent of um, CMS, all these things has been put in a software application where you just drag and drop. Okay? So you find the CMS or the content management system, it can handle the three and it can create something without having to hard code it. So consider, to give you a real world example, consider cleaning your house. Okay, the whole, let's say if I have a four-bedroom house, cleaning it, and having a vacuum cleaner do it for me. Okay, the vacuum cleaner, I should know how to use it as well. Okay, because if you take it to the village, they would not know what it is. First, you need to know what that is. Two, you need to know how to use it. So with a CMS, um, users can easily create and edit web pages, can upload and manage media files such as images and videos, and control over the overall structure of the design. So why do we use this? Why do we use CMSs? They offer various features and functionalities, e.g., content creation and editing. I can edit and format content using text editor or visual interface editor, similar to word processors like Microsoft Word. You can have my own Microsoft Word CMS. Okay, so you can add multimedia elements um, to apply formatting, organize content into different categories, and the like. So I can do content organization and management because they provide tools that organize and categorize content. Um, let's say I am running a blog and I am writing in four different categories. Let's say I'm writing on politics, I'm writing on lifestyle, I'm writing on all these things. I can organize my content based on all those different categories. I can do user management and permissions. Very simple. Let's say we want different people to log into the site. I'm the admin. This other guy is a user, is a subscriber, and all those things. I can just do that in a click of a button. Okay, before you would have to code a whole module for that. Okay, if let's say there are authors in my website, I can define a user or code an author and say an author is supposed to do this. Now CMS enables you to do that. So template and design customization. Let's say if I am doing a million and one sites, I can opt to create templates because let's say in the NGO industry has a layout of templates of how websites in the NGO look like. There are layouts of how the websites in the medical industry look like. And there are layouts of how constructors' websites look like. So I can create templates based on these designs so that I don't have to repeat from scratch. So if I do 50 NGO websites, If I do 50 big websites and 50 constructors websites, I can actually create templates based on those websites. Next time I have a client on any of those fields, I don't even need to work hard. I just need to redo the websites using those templates. So I can also buy templates, pre-made websites, and my work is to implement. Okay, so CMSs offer a very, very, very wide range of templates, and other people also, even after this whole course, you can opt never to do a website but sell things. Okay, because you are working with a specific CMS. So publishing and scheduling with a CMS, let's say if it's a blog post that I want to run every Wednesday, and I can sit 3 days in a month and write the four articles, I can actually say I'm going to do the four articles in one day and schedule all these articles in every month. So that is why a CMS is very, very, very versatile in this. In traditional websites, you would have to code a module to help you do this. So SEO optimization, this is now what makes CMSs much better. So most CMSs are SEO ready. That means uh, they can make you rank faster than in using just traditional hard-coded website. Uh, because of their layout and structure, you'll find yourself not messing around so much than you would have code a website. Let's say SEO standards are that every page must have something called a H1 tag. Okay, that is the major heading. If you are coding it, you might forget and put maybe two or three in one page. Then you're confusing the robots as they're scanning your website. But with an with a CMS, um, the others would actually tell you this page has got two H1 tags, and it will actually help you in optimizing your website. Others, with a click of a button, they can help you generate something called a sitemap. A sitemap is what tells the robot what your website is all about. Um, Others can, with a click of a button, discourage search engines from scanning your website and all that. And we can simply optimize the whole website by installing just a simple plugin. So that is why CMSs really help in SEO optimization. So extensibility and integration. If let's say I have a payment module, company A has got a payment module that you know I want to use M-Pesa. I want to use M-Pesa uh, on my. I want to use on M-Pesa on my what is it called on my website, and someone has already developed someone has developed a module by M-Pesa, an API to help me in the payment, buying and selling in my website. A CMS can integrate with that very easily. Let's say the most popular CMS is WordPress. You will find that people are developing for WordPress. Let's say a company like iPay, that it's a payment merchant in Kenya. You will find that they develop for WordPress. So it helps you integrate with your current CMS. So types of CMSs. There are several. We have self-hosted CMS. These they require users to self-install in your own server, in your own web hosting providers. Example is WordPress, Drupal, and Joomla. Okay, they offer high flexibility, so you're not capped into so many things. Customization options and extensive plugin and module libraries. So we have cloud-based. Cloud-based are managed by the provider. So examples, we have Wix, yeah, Wix websites. So you're only limited to what they offer. You cannot do a lot of customization. We have Squarespace and we have Shopify. I know some of you know about Wix sites and Shopify websites. They offer user-friendly interfaces, especially Shopify. It's really beautiful. Built-in hosting and easy website management. So built-in hosting simply means that you don't go through the hassle of getting a host and having the technicality of handling a host. Uh, you can really easily manage your website because it's what you see is what you get. So we have headless CMSs. So headless CMSs, they decouple the content management backend from the front end. So they provide content through an API, allowing developers to use any front-end framework of technology to build the user interface. Okay, it's a bit technical. It simply means that these are CMSs that do not have a front end. So whatever content is in that server, it's relayed through something called an API. An API is an application interface. So developers can use any front end framework, okay, to relay that data, to relay that content. So examples are Contentful, Strappy, and Sanity. They offer greater flexibility for building custom front end experiences across multiple platforms. So we have enterprise CMSs. These are CMSs for very, very, very big organizations and all that offer, advanced features, e.g., workflow management, multi-site support, etc. So you can find that a very big organization would want a CMS that manages their website, manages their payroll, manages their user, manages how people work, manages how um, permissions are done, etc. So we have Sitecore, we have Adobe Experience Manager, and otherwise, program is Life Array. So we have e-commerce CMSs. These are CMS that are just for buying and selling wholly. They are tailored for online stores and e-commerce websites. Examples are, a Magento. We have WooCommerce. WooCommerce is a plugin in WordPress and Shopify. So we have blogging CMSs. These platforms that focus on creating and managing blogs. WordPress started as a blogging CMS. It was just for blogging. So they offer things like article management and all those things. We have Ghost, we have Blogger, I think Medium, can you not call Medium blogging CMS and the like. So it's important to note that there are many CMSs options outside there, and each of them has got its own unique features and target audiences. The choice of the CMS depends on the goals and the user requirements, budgets, scalability needs, technical requirements, and all those things. So, what is WordPress and why do we use WordPress? WordPress is an open source content management system known for its user friendly interface and extensive functionality. So, it was originally designed as a blogging platform. I remember I had my own WordPress website. So, to date, it's still there. We have WordPress.com and WordPress.org. WordPress.com are for the people who want to be hosted on WordPress servers, and you can still do blogging on WordPress. That is what it was initially intended for. But it became so popular because it was really loved by a lot of people and a lot of developers because it made a lot of work easier. And you know, um, it evolved. So you can easily create and manage content without requiring advanced coding skills. It's actually very, very, very simple. It's highly scalable and suitable for both small personal blogs and even large websites. Okay, So we have a very, very big community of developers and designers that are providing plugins every single day. Actually, most of them are for free. So it's very flexible and highly customizable. So these are the advantages. It's very, very, very user friendly. The interface is very, very, very simple. Actually, it has, I don't know how many minutes. It has very, very, very few minutes. Uh, the other thing is it's very customizable, as I said. There are thousands of themes and templates, very many. So you can really, really customize anything you want with WordPress. So there's an extensive plugin ecosystem. There's a lot of plugins there that you can use for just about anything. Even if you want to make a movie theater website, yeah, you can use a plugin for that. You want to make a user management, a community website, you can just use a plugin for that. You want to make a resource website where you host documents, just a simple plugin for that. You want to make it uh, 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 sell an e-commerce website, you're here. So we have search engine optimization friendly, as you've said. It's built with SEO best practices in mind. Okay, because it creates clean code. You know, the the things we call permalink structures. Permalink structures are just the name of the page that you're going to have it there. So we will actually one day go through SEO and we will actually teach you about what SEO is and how to really do SEO. So advantages, there's active community support. I can create actually a plugin and I can have the community help me answer questions for you. So WordPress community is very, 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 very large. Mostly users. And users, you can ask on the community on the plugin page how you're getting this error. Someone else who's just a mere user can really, really, really. So as we said, it's very scalable and flexible. It can accommodate any website, okay, of any size and complexity. So everything has advantages and disadvantages. Okay. One, complexity for beginners. On the Bright Academy page today, someone posted a very funny video saying this is WordPress when as a beginner. People tell you it's easy, but it's not easy. It's not easy. So it can be overwhelming for users without technical expertise. And it's because it's the first thing. I remember I was using Blogger, Google Blogger for the longest time because I hated WordPress. And so it was very hard until I just fell in love with it and I just became their advocate. For security risks, anything that is popular or attracts hackers, any single thing that is popular attracts hackers. So it can be a great target for hackers and malicious attacks. Security vulnerabilities can arise from not updated things, plugins, you know, weak passwords and all those things. So, but the good thing is that there are things to harden your website installation, updates and all those things. Today you can actually choose to auto update all your plugins and things. So the other thing is maintenance and updates. It requires a lot of updates and maintenance. This is good for you because you will get a lot of jobs asking for maintenance updates of your website. So plugin compatibility, there are times today I might create a plugin and say tomorrow, you know what, I'm done with this thing. Yeah. So and because maybe my plugin is not being developed anymore, I can that uh, plugin will be incompatible with future versions of WordPress. So it's usually very good to choose plugins that are well maintained and that are reliable. So sometimes plugin compatibility can crash your whole website. Performance and speed. Many users have said there's an issue with speed because WordPress uses a lot of resources. So um, there's a way around it. It is very, very, very easy, and WordPress has come a very, 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 very long way. I've started using WordPress years and years back. So there was a time actually websites made with WordPress were very, very, very bloated and they became actually very, very, very slow. So that's when caching plugins came out to be, and speed optimizations they came out to be. So to date, WordPress has really improved its core, and it's actually getting better and better. Six, we have learning curve for customization. Although it provides numerous themes and customizable options, um, if you need to build complex websites, you may require to understand the core language in which WordPress is made from, which is PHP, um, HTML, and CSS, sometimes JavaScript. So advanced customization often requires working with code and hiring a developer, which adds complexity and other unforeseen costs. So we have dependency on third-party themes and plugins. WordPress relies on themes and plugins created by third-party developers. While this allows for great flexibility and functionality, it also means that you're dependent on these developers for updates. So if I use a plugin and the developer does not do updates, then I am on their mercy. So if a plugin or a thing becomes obsolete and unsupported, it might lead to compatibility issues, as you said, can crash your website and uh, can lead to potential vulnerabilities. So despite all these disadvantages, WordPress is a very versatile and powerful CMS. It is used by, can say, billions of people worldwide, billions of websites worldwide. So by staying vigilant in security practices, keeping plugins and things updated, and utilizing reliable sources, many of these challenges can be effectively managed. So there's usually a workaround to everything. So I really loved this quote. Actually, we are done with the theory class. We're going to the fun part, uh, which is, bring the thing. So tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn. So I am here to involve you so that you can learn. So thank you for reading this resource. Share this resource to as many people as possible. It will be live on the website uh, as soon as Monday. That's the pain of not attending the class, the live class, because the people who attend the live class will not get to access this very fast in the live class. So share this resource. Log in and register as a student if you have not done it at brightacademy.com so that you can be able to access these resources. Everything here is for free. You can follow us on our social media channels as well. So, you know, this is it. I actually attend free training. Most of people are telling me, you guys, you need to support you. How can I support you and all those things? So there is my pay bill. Um, you can use the pay bill 522 and account number 1234 309 386. I don't know if this is the place where we say, you know what, any amount is okay. Yes, I think this is the part. So if you can, because I'm doing these things for free, you can mention my work on social media. Mention about what brand consulting is all about. so that I can get businesses and I can actually continue to give you free classes. Okay, so there is a content, and that's the least actually. Maybe you can do for us. You can make us know as people who do websites, and you can actually give us businesses just on our WhatsApp status and social media. So these are our social media platforms: Bright Consulting, Bright Consulting, Bright Consulting. We have the Bright Academy page and content page for Bright Consulting. So this is where we are located. That is our phone number, email, website. Now, uh, we are going straight to actually uh, how to do these things. So I hope you can all see my screen. Yes. Now, there's a domain I have called Elementor. Let's see, which is what we use for our classes. And we learned about how to navigate cPanel. So if you actually didn't learn anything and you're not in the last class, just go to brightacademy.com and then click on courses. And click on courses, go to web development in WordPress and Elementor. Come to the curriculum, and you will see navigating the cPanel. So we learned about the cPanel here. So first thing, we log into our cPanel, and for logging into our cPanel, I'm going to teach you how to install WordPress. So I will actually just check. I will actually just clear my my website. I will actually just clear my installation and actually just do it here. So we learned about public HTML. All your files are usually stored on the public HTML class. So this is why you should not be, missing. Uh, should not be missing these classes. So we're going actually to delete a lot of content here, so that we can actually start afresh. Okay? So this is actually our playground. So when I open elementor.co.ke, there are forbidden because I deleted a file called htaccess. Now, there are two ways to install WordPress. The first thing is to go, it's the manual way. You go to wordpress.com. Okay. I will log in, come create an account. I just, log in. Good thing I have a lot of accounts, WordPress accounts. So come create an account, log in, and download the WordPress application. And so I don't really need to log in. You can just say download WordPress. So it will take me to the wordpress.org/download, and there is, two options here. Set up with a hosting provider. Hosting provider might be, the person who's hosting it, and download WordPress, download and install it yourself. This is what you're going to do. Currently, it is not available. Why it's not available? Because this is a short code. This is a short code for um, the link, so it's just broken for some reason. You can try it on your end and try it on your end and see if it works. Oh, okay. So just click on the WordPress. I don't really know what is happening here because I'm getting two different pages. I have this and I have this. So I'm using. So anyway, so this is the page. I really am wondering why it's giving me two different pages. Oh, there's a full stop at the end. Yeah. So this is the page. I don't know why they have this confusion then. Because if I do a full stop here, I am going to get a different page. I don't understand. So this is the WordPress. The latest version for WordPress is WordPress 6.2.2. Watch as it finishes download. So after I've downloaded that WordPress, and I make sure I download it from the WordPress.org, you can get other. Don't download the WordPress from any other site because it is because you might have one that has malicious files. So I just go to the public HTML, the root file, I say upload. Okay. So from there, what I do is that I take the WordPress uh, file that affects the file and just go to where it was. We all know how to do this. Um, of course, it's in downloads pressed in the WordPress. But 6.2.2 is the latest version of WordPress. So we wait for it to upload. It's usually very small, around 24 MB. So depending on the speed of your network, it depends on how fast it uploads. So there we are. We are 90, 100, and shows green or well. So it should be here. So the first thing I do is reload it. Here is my installation. So what I do, I extract, okay, in the same folder which is public underscore HTML. I extract it here. Okay, I will get a folder called WordPress. Okay, I will get a folder called WordPress. So because I get a folder called WordPress, I need to move all the WordPress files from this side to the public HTML. Now, this is the content of. This is what WordPress contains. It contains three folders. Okay, and how many files? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Three folders and 16 files. Okay, of the 16 files, okay, we have 13 which are PHP files, One is a TXT, shows about the license, and one is a README. Okay? Talks about all this. So in all these files, the permissions for WordPress files is 644. Okay? And the permission for folders is 755. Now, this is what it means. We go to permissions. Although we covered permission when navigating cPanel. 755, it means that everyone can read this user. So can read this file from the user. User is the one who has logged in from the group and from the world. I will have to come and you know, get deep into this group and world, but this is not the day. We are just doing we're just doing the overview of WordPress. So you guys go read about who's a group and who's a world in cPanel permissions. Although we touched on this. So you see, this file can be read by all, executed by all, but can only be written by the user. So it means that anyone that is not logged in cannot write it. That is the permission of a folder, WordPress folder. The permission of a WordPress file, it can only be read by everyone and written by the user, but no one can execute it. Okay, because that's why we have a 644. If I click here, this becomes 7. If I click here, this becomes 6. If I click here, this becomes 6. So it simply means that this has 2, this has 2. Okay? If I click here, the execute has 1. Okay? Yes, that's how it works. The read has a value of 2, the write has a value of 2, the execute has a value of 1. Okay? That's now the code for permissions. So what I'm supposed to do, I'm supposed to select everything and just move this to public HTML, which is the root file. Now they're in a folder called WordPress. I just have to delete the name WordPress and move all these files there. So I come to public HTML and I have all my files here. So essentially, if I reload this page, I should get the WordPress installation. But we do not have something we call a HT access. A HT access is a file that tells you or that tells the user or that tells the browser that you are okay to access the files in this directory. That's why it says forbidden. Okay. It's a very, very, very it's not easy for beginners. So what I'll tell you, don't fear about all this. You will learn all this. Yeah, I've just started the technical way of doing things, such that you don't spend too much time googling about all these things. Okay. So what we're going to create is something we call HT access. You start with that dot. So please disregard this for now completely. This is just for educational purposes only. So what we do, we just do the WordPress.ht access content. Okay. So .ht access are usually dot files, and dot files are usually hidden. So for you to turn on HT access files, you come and say show hidden files or dot files. So I'm going to get how a basic uh, HT access looks like. It's how it looks like. Yeah, I'm not going to explain anything here because you're not supposed to learn this as of now. So I'm going to edit the file, okay, and just paste what WordPress CMSs should look like. Okay, still getting a bigger. It is that there used to be yes, there used to be there was an installation that was done before. So let me remove what installation was there before. Okay. So what we can do, let us create a new subdomain so that let us create a new subdomain where we learned about how to do subdomains and everything. Let me just recreate. I can opt to recreate this. I can opt to recreate this installation, but no need because we have done a replica. Hmm. I have my Elementor list of this one. Let me just have this terminate my account so that I have a fresh thing. Just a password. So what I'm doing, I'm actually just recreating the whole website from scratch. I'm creating a new cPanel account for the website, such that if we do a refresh, yes, already deleted it. So creation. Okay, so here I have it. Of course, it does not even have the SSL um, because it's a completely new account. We will deal with new accounts. So, of course, we say proceed, and I can put my username and password. This is how I log into the cPanel. Go back if you're not in the cPanel class and read how to do it. So I can quickly install my SSL because it has something called Auto SSL. So I can install my SSL certificate so it does not give me that one. So I can actually close other tabs and now work with this. direct. Result direct on my browser. I just don't know. So let us just use another. I can use another browser for that. Oh yes, okay. So I will log in into my cPanel and quickly uh, just log in and we can get started. Let's see. Oh, not yet. Yeah. So when you just bought a new domain and you have connected it to your hosting, this is what you get. So you get the index of and tells you of the files that are here. So when you go to your file manager in the cPanel, um, in the cPanel you'll see this folder called cgi.bin, and it's what you're seeing here. If I create a new folder and I call it lecture and I refresh this page, I'm going to see that folder. Okay. So you get a file manager on a new website. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do an upload and I'm going to upload my WordPress 6.2.2. Okay. The one that we just uploaded and I'm going to put it there. So I'm teaching you how to update your WordPress manually. Yeah. So we wait for it to upload. So when it's uploaded, you can just reload and you see extract the folder as we'd done before. So you can extract to this public HTML. So it extracts the archive and it puts it in a folder called WordPress. So on this WordPress folder, uh, all this we are supposed to move all of it to the root folder, which is the public HTMLs, which can say move. We move it to public underscore HTML and remove all those files. So uh, they are moved to the root. So if I refresh my website, okay, I'm supposed to get my WordPress installation. This is the day it's just refusing not to work. Okay, so this. Okay, so if I refresh the page, I get my WordPress installation because I've simply copied the WordPress files on my root folder, which is the public HTML. So public HTML is the folder that is mostly read by default it's read by browsers, but you can have other folders here, and you can direct, you can give it permissions or have it read by your browsers using HT access. So the first thing it tells me is to choose the language. You can choose English, United States. Then it tells me, welcome to WordPress. You will need to know the following items: a database name, username, password, and host, and a table prefix. Now, what I need to do, I need to go to the section called databases. Okay, and I create a database for WordPress to update its files. So I will go to MySQL databases, and the first thing I do is to, this is usually the username of the cPanel. I create a database. I love naming my database DB. I just create one database. So the database is created. So the database name is called Elementor CO underscore DB. So you come here and say, let's go. Okay. So our database name is Elementor CO underscore DB. I put it there. So I also need a username and a password, table prefix, and a database host. So I go back. Now that I have a database, I need a user to manage this database. So I just scroll down and I create a user. So I call all my users USR, and then I need to create a password for that user. So I love using my Dashlane as a generator. So I love generating passwords for my databases. So I just come here to the generator and I copy this, paste it here, and I create a user. Okay, so the user is called Elementor CO USR. So I come and I say the username is Elementor CO USR. Why I love generating using Dashlane? It's because when I come back, I come to my generator, I can say show history. This is my last generated password. I'll just copy it and put it here. So after creating the two, I need to give this user permissions to the database. So I will go back. Please don't cram because you'll have these videos later. And I will go add user to database. Automatically it selects me the only user and the only database that are here. And I say add. Okay. After I've added that user to the database, I give the user all privileges for the database, and I say make changes. By saying make changes, I the database host is the local host. The local host is the local server. Yeah, and the table prefix, I did not change it. It's by default. This is what is going to be used as a table prefix when WordPress installs its files into the database. It's table structure. So what is happening? We've already installed the database WordPress core files, the files. But now what we are doing, we have created an empty database so that WordPress can install. Uh, so WordPress can install tables on the database. So you find that WordPress data is stored on tables, plugins, posts, and all these things. They're stored in your database. And on this database, there are tables. Okay, let's say we have a post tables. Every user you create has a specific table that is there. So for prefix, this is the default. Um, it's usually advised not to use the normal table prefix. I usually add, one letter and one number. So WP7 makes sense, and I do submit. So after I submit, what happens is that the web just told me, all right, you have made it to be part of the installation. WordPress can now communicate with your database. If you're ready, it's time now to run the installation. So when you click run the installation, now you can now create your site title. So let me call my site title Elementor Kenya. User, I can call Elementor. Password, learn generating as always, because I have a thing, and then my email. Let's say info right. Oh, please don't discourage search engines from indexing this site on live sites, because your site will not be searched by search engines like Google. So if it's for test sites, you can always discourage like me, because this is just for educational purposes only, and I can say install WordPress. Okay, so what happens? It runs the installation, and I am done. So if I check my website, it already has got a demo content. My site called Elementor Kenya. This is a sample page by WordPress, and that's it. Public exposure by WordPress. Now we already have a website that is working. Okay, you can even go to this sample page, edit it, and say coming soon. Okay, so I can log in. So another way to log in is to do Elementor your website, then you do /wp admin. So what happens is that it takes you to this page. Okay, when you do admin, it takes you to the login page. So you can do your username as Elementor and your password, the one that you generated recently. And it takes you straight to the dashboard. This is how the WordPress dashboard looks like. We are going to cover it now in our next class. Today we're just on the installation. So you see we have posts, we have media, we have pages, we have comments, appearance, plugins, users, tools, and settings. So from next class, we're not going to have any theory. Now we are going now into the web design itself. So this is how now you install WordPress manually. So the other way to install WordPress, when you're in your cPanel, there are two ways to do it. There is WordPress Toolkit, WP Toolkit, and there is WordPress Manager that's by Softaculous. So this is my host. I have customized them here. Where you find them here by the software. So WordPress Manager by Softaculous is usually a paid thing, so it depends if your host has it or not. Okay. So when this one is not there, you can use the WP toolkit. Okay. So today we're going to use the Softaculous one because it's the most popular. So now it's not detecting any WordPress website because we installed it manually. So for it to detect, you just say scan. So and say, we did a manual installation. We did not install it from other installers. We say, start scanning. Okay, and it has already detected a WordPress installation here on our website. Okay, so even for for WP Toolkit, we can actually scan for installations manually. Yeah? We don't have WordPress sites connected, so we can scan and then it can detect WordPress files. So it runs here. So we already have one, and we can actually log in straight when we've forgotten our password from the Softaculous side, and it will take us straight to our dashboard. So you see, after scanning, it has already found our WordPress installation. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to uninstall it. Yeah. such that we delete every single thing. It's a remove installation so that we install using the software killers. Instead of the longest process, it's very, very, very simple. So we just say we return to WordPress management. Now there is no existing installation. So even if I refresh this page, WP Toolkit will tell me the files are broken. Okay? So all I need to do is say install. I don't need to go to WordPress or download anything. I say I want to install it on the website. I don't need to put it in a directory. If I put it in a directory, it will put it in another folder. So I delete this. I just name my site, say Elementor. What is my description? Let's say learning site. Okay. I look for a username. Never use things like admin because they're usually hacked. I just say Elementor. Put this as my password. Just paste something. Okay. I can choose the plugins I want to install. I don't want to install anything. I can go to advanced option if I want, and I change the name of my database. Okay. I can say EL, let's say for Elementor. Table prefix is what we were doing. I usually leave it by default, what they are given me here. I can even select a theme that I want. Okay. Maybe even if it's a countdown. Okay. I can have it there and let's say select the theme. I don't want to do that as of now, just installation. I can even email installation details to any email that I want. I just click install. Okay. As it was installing, let me just show you that it was not live. Yeah? But here we go. Okay. It says the software was installed successfully. And this is how to log in. So you can just go to return to WordPress management and you know uh, just can manage every single thing from this dashboard. So I can install it again and I'll show you how to use WP Toolkit. Please don't get tired. We are done. So you can reload the pages. Yes, it's deleted. Okay. Um, so you can actually just scan. Here it's just the same thing. Okay. It's just the same exact thing that we do. Okay. I'll just remove this. And I say delete. So I can install WordPress again. Yeah, it's very easy. And it gives me a title. See, it does not put a directory. I can say the title is Elementor. I don't want to use a plugin set version. I can do my username is Elementor. My password is that. I can put my admin. My database, if I want to change, I can leave this one actually as default. Okay, it will automatically create it for me. But I usually love naming my database and I can say install. And in a few minutes, seconds, when it's done, you will see how my website will look like. Okay. And I'm still installing here. It's taking time. So basically, that is how you install. You just install a WordPress WordPress website using manual Softaculous and WP toolkit. It does not matter which you use, which tool you use, because if I go to Softaculous, I can scan this website that was installed by WP Toolkit. If I go to WP Toolkit, I can scan that it was installed by Softaculous. And guys, thank you for coming to sticking. It's quite hard. See, my website has been installed. It's not quite an easy thing for beginners. Uh, Come back to the course and actually have fun doing it. So this is the part I take questions. Do you have any questions? Questions. You guys got everything? Okay. So if you guys are pros like that, you can go to our website, to Bright Academy, and go to courses. If you're going to courses, come to web development in WordPress implementer, and go to curriculum. Yes, in a few days, maybe on Monday, this lesson will be live here. It might be mine. Yeah. So we have Sebastian saying more insight about customization and how to install that. To install what exactly? We will come actually to customization uh, later because that's our next class. According to our curriculum, the next is navigating WordPress. Navigating WordPress. Sebastian, maybe you can actually expound on your question. So we'll have this lesson here. If you feel that you did get it quite well, you can actually come and revisit it again. So thank you so much, guys. Uh, have an amazing evening. Let's all learn. We are now getting now to the most fun part. Getting to the most fun part according to our outline here. We're just going to navigate WordPress, and then we're going to page builders, and then we're going now to start our designing of our website, and now then we go to security, and then we optimize the installation, and then we do SEO as we finish. So thank you so much, and have an amazing evening. Peace.